is reversed. But Rome is for the people, but Manny for himself, and not for the people. But anyway, throughout this, thought his ass whipping somehow. KO finally broke his way into the Thunderdome, and beat up Roman Reigns. Beat the shit out of him. Putting through barricades, through tables, especially through that announce table. He got him through a pop-up powerbomb, home with a hell of stunners. Beat the bejesus out of him to close the show. I'm like, there you go, KO. There you go. Him with that knockout blow. All right. It was a long wrestling talk, man. Drew is back on Raw, finally. Yay. He talks about Goldberg, about his match, and he dedicates this match to all the people that had to deal or lost the battle of COVID. I'm like, that's a champion. That's a champion. He knows the adversity, and he's going to do anything through it. And he said after a few days, after like 4 days, he was back doing what he was doing. I'm like, huh. And he ain't need a vaccine? Because my mama had it, and she was quarantined herself for 2 weeks. I think after a week, she was fine. So, do we really need a vaccine for it, or we just need fluids and hydrations? Now, some people will say, oh, what about younger people? Like, well, they recover very quickly. And a lot of them, I've seen a lot of cases, there's different studies that it affects different people with health problems previously, and others who, so a grandmother is luckily, she don't go out like that, so she's gravy. She's good. The only time she go out is like early in the morning, and that's it. And probably go to the bank and some shit. That's it. She don't go anywhere like that. But yeah. But congrats to Drew. Eminem come out and try to talk shit to them, try to get them to fight in front of them. But it don't work. They get them over. Goldberg spears the Blazers out of the Miz. Yes, I said Blazers, because I've seen two. And Drew kissed the fucking head off John, and then they go back to a stare down. That was tough. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that was a good. For only what we could build up, I'm looking forward to this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really am. And Drew, kick his fucking head off like you did to Johnny Mundo. Do it. Charlotte and Shayna, I'm like looking forward to this match. This is gonna be very nice and fitting, and it's over. Damn it, Nia. Fuck! I like you, but damn. You fucked up the good moment. And then Lacey, and then the Golden Bombshells came out and trying to save Charlotte. So they come out, and then Lacey comes out, and I smell a 6-man tag match player. And the heels win. So wasn't going to have Shayna and Charlotte the first time. To lead of this, could have said that. Could have just said we're having 6-woman tag match between Charlotte, Mandy, and Dana versus Nia, Shayna, and Lacey. You could have done that and meant to mingle the stories. Like they're intermingling the stories together. Could have done that. You didn't have to do all what you had to do. Just saying. You could have just done that. I think that's the main difference between AEW and WWE. WWE has to do dumbass shit or weird ass shit to get to a big old tag match, while AEW just throw these 6 to 8 people together and get a tag match out there, player. Just go out there. That's the main difference. That's the main difference I've seen between those two promotions. Main difference. Sometimes it could work, sometimes it can't work, but if you try to work every fucking time to do this shit, it's not gonna work. I know people's gonna get turned off by it, but ladies win. Lace, the heels win. MVP Lounge with the Hurt Business. They still got problems with Cedric. He keep interfering, Shelton, and all this disarray and disagreements. Please don't bring up the Hurt Business. Please don't bring up the Hurt Business. Please don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. You're gonna regret it. So they give MVP the Hurt Business chain, which looked pretty slick. THB. I'm like, ooh, that looks slick. Look shine that joint too. And R-Truth comes out. I'm like, it's like I thought it was about my birthday. Because the initials like THB, and it's Truth's birthday last week or something like that, a couple weeks ago, something like that. And they thought, oh, that must be for me. And it's like, Bobby's like, well, Truth, we do got a gift for you. It's right here in the ring. And I'm like, Truth, don't buy that little fan. Don't go in that ring, fan. Don't do it. So as he was about to not go in there, all the 24/7 title chasers, shout out to Timmy Turner, they come out to get Truth, but they all get their ass beat by the Hurt Business while behind Matt Riddle hits MVP with a knee to the face. So that will spark the Gauntlet match later tonight, which if Matt beats Cedric, Shelton, and MVP, then he gets a U.S. title match against Lashley again. So let's see how he do. Excuse me. Ooh. So, wow. So we had a throwback this week. Sheamus versus Johnny Mundo. Or John Morrison when he was. This fella, I was like, damn, this, like, did we just go in a time capsule again? 2010? Damn. All right. Physical, hard-hitting matchup. I always like these guys' chemistry. For some weird reason, they always had good chemistry. I think Sheamus is a hard-hitting brawler, and Johnny can be a badass babyface who can fly around, or he can be a heel that can just be a douche by flying around. I think he's the only one that can pull off being a douchebag and be able to fly around the ring. Seth to a sort of degree, but not all the way. So Seth to a certain degree as well. But Sheamus won the 1v1 match, so Miz is like, you know what, why don't you take both of us on 2-on-1? And it's like, yeah. It's all y'all fella? Oh, y'all fella? And yeah, and the 2-on-1 handicap was actually pretty good. They couldn't tag each, well, they ain't really had to tag each other in, but they just beat them Sheamus tonight, and they got the win, so Miz got the win for him, so good for them. Lacey and Rick. This was kind of a weird situation. She was practicing how to get out like switches, how to get out like holds, and Lacey's in front of Rick, and it's kind of awkward. I'm like, yo, Rick got a whole fucking wife. How you think? And Lacey got a whole husband and kid. How you think they seeing this shit right now? That's the only thing I'm thinking in my head. And we seen, well, not Rick, but we seen Lacey's kid and the husband before in the audience. We seen them joints. We kind of using the storyline this time last year, yo. That's crazy, yo. What difference a year makes, yo? Lacey was a babyface, military woman, wife, and mother, going in a title match against Bayley, and now she's a potential homewrecker for not only herself and Rick's family. Damn, her daughter Sammy, someone. I don't know. I hope they had that call with her, but I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't give a fuck like that. But anyway, Charlotte comes in and said, "I need to talk to my dad by myself." Lacey somehow acquiesced. I'm like, not surprising. So they have a conversation while the Darius playing the game, and this is the second time this month that Ric Flair was called an old man. They didn't get pathetic out, but old man. I'm like, damn, Rick, he gotta go now. It's bad enough Randy Orton call you old man because he's a heel and he's doing his Legend Killer Part 2 shit. But your own daughter's calling you an old man. That says a lot, Rick. You gotta go. You got to go. But as Charlotte's about to make her way from leaving, Lacey comes out from the door and pops the shit out of Charlotte from behind. Bank that. So, and Rick and Lacey skedaddle out the room. Ew, that sounds gross. Xavier Woods versus Slapjack. He's about to go through the whole gauntlet. Holy shit. He's 2/3 way. One more, he got Mufasa. But he beat Slapjack this time. They say you should have got the fuck out of there and not paid attention to Ali instead of getting your fucking head kicked in by Dijakovic T-Bar. But Mufasa instead probably said, you know what, since Kofi not going to be in the Rumble, aww, that's sad. He got a broken jaw, for real. So he can't be in the Rumble, which is really sad. Aww, I was looking for Kofi being in it. So he get his title match, rematch. The fuck? So he get his rematch. That's why. I'm very disappointed about that shit. I'm very disappointed about that shit. So, but he did a little callback to how Kofi replaced Mufasa in the Elimination Chamber. He said, I replaced him in the Rumble. I'm like, gas. I'm glad you remember. But, yeah. AJ versus R-Truth. How did I not know I wanted this match? But nah, I got it. So, R-Truth, because it's R-Truth and his shenanigans. And AJ, because it's AJ. That's my guy, AJ. Favorite. But almost was a highlight, too. R-Truth was like between the bottom of them ropes and the bottom of the middle of the ropes. And, excuse me. And he looks up. This nigga almost stand over yo. He's like, oh my God, that thing's huge. Like, bruh, like, yo. I'm like, damn, like, God, imagine looking up to that motherfucker. Shit. But AJ wins, obviously, and takes over. AJ had to take over when it wins. Was there any surprise there? And R-Truth loves shining his former childhood hero, John Cena. That'll always get a kick out of me. R-Truth always get a kick out of me on that one. But, yeah, it's AJ, though. AJ gets it done. Lester's Playground, where she's popped the promo and, she's in a bat this time, which is kind of odd. But, talking about her title match against Asuka later, and Randy's face. Like, I got some screen cream for you, that fam. I'm like, yeah, he needs that, like, ASAP. You'll find out later. Matt Riddle versus the Hurt Business. Gauntlet. First, we're going to get Shelton. They had a nice little scrap, but Cedric kind of distracts Shelton from really actually getting the first pin, so you don't have to deal with it. And MVP and Shelton yell at him. So, but Shelton, that actually distracted Shelton enough to get a roll-up distraction pin himself. So, after the match, they start arguing, Shelton and Cedric. And MVP like, fam, what the fuck y'all need? Y'all need to stop y'all arguing and shit. So, MVP is trying to, he gets caught in the heel hook or knee bar or whatever. And MVP taps out that quick. I'm like, well, damn. I'm like, yeah, they need to be there. They need to get together. They need to do some Dr. Shelby courses. They actually do. Not like Sasha Bailey, which they didn't need to do that. Thank God. Thank God it's over. So, Jesus Christ. Alrighty. Next man up, Cedric. I actually was looking forward to this encounter because I think they could have had some really good matches. And I'd like to see another 1v1 matches, not in this capacity. I want to see a regular, clean, old 1v1 between these two because I think they can make some magic. But Matt won this time, won this one again with a roll up and beats the Hurt Business. I'm like, well, damn. Well, Bobby comes out, is pissed off, attacks Riddle, and that's how you lead off. So. Yeah, I think we'll get last year Riddle. I think it's going to be for the Rumble because I ain't seen no advertiser say, all right, it's going to be a Rumble match. But I guess Lashley's in the Rumble. He's going through double duty of some sorts. So, if you want to, hey, more power to you, brother. More power to you. Now let's get to the main juicy parts. First one is Edge is back. And he's going into the Rumble. Yay! I'm happy about that because I miss Edge. It's been long now. And his tricep should be fine by now. So, yeah, he's back. And our main event, the Raw